you right now, though, I'm looking this jungler for Morrilton. Man, that guy is a mean jungler. Vengeance for Morrilton. So you guys be looking out for him. This is going to be a jungle battle, I'm afraid, in this match.
Jungle battle. All right, Curtis should like that. He's been playing a lot of jungle lately.
Yes, sir. I definitely will, and I'm going to pay attention to their pacing. Just see how their pacing is, how their timing, how the rotation, how many jungle monsters they have up on the map at one time. Kind of keep my eye on that.
Yeah. So ASMSA is already banning out Hecarim. That is one of the champions that Vengeance likes to play. So really smart ban right there by ASMSA. See, Katarina's gone. I see Cassidon gone.
Yep.
Fiora.
Fiora.
No tank buster, so
Yeah, that Fiora champion, man, that's a problem in the top lane. And a Nautilus ban. Okay.
they don't want to see the big guy out on the rift. I don't blame them. That support's really strong. I'm assuming both these teams are just trying to take away comfort picks because they know they can't ban each other out at this point.
Ramus.
Yeah,
That's a jungle there.
I think we're going to see an early Graves pick by somebody, guys. That both junglers really like to use Graves, and I think we're going to see that come out here pretty soon.
Yeah, Graves is very effective through all stages of the game, especially with that armor buff he gets every time he slides. So, man, it just makes him tough to take out on the rift.
Okay, so we see a Rakan pick, guys. I think that's more of a counter pick. Rakan is a strong champion that's used by Morrilton, and I think that's just a counter pick to keep it out of their hands.
You could be right, Wupal. Rakan's very strong support, has great mobility, has interrupt, so that's a nice pick right there for either team.
Yeah, Morrilton really likes to use this Xayah and Rakan together, and I really think, of course, those two champions synergize really well. And them counterpicking that Rakan, I think that's the best way of saving a ban, but yet still getting a good support champion and keeping it out of Morrilton's hands.
Yeah, we're this first game here. We're going to witness a breakup right off the bat. Wupal, Xayah and Rakan going to be playing on opposite sides.
Absolutely, and that's
And a Heimerdinger.
Oh, I love it, Chuck.
Yeah, I bet that's going to be a support Heimer.
Support Heimer.
I mean, if you're a nerd, you gotta love Heimerdinger, and so I do love Heimerdinger. I like the concept of the champion. It's just really neat, and man, he is a really good support. He will clog some lane up.
Okay, so we see a Sejuani jungle. Sejuani is a pretty strong jungler right now as well.
Showing Aphelios, picked an Aphelios.
Yeah, that's a very comfort pick
Oh, you can see
by
it.
Transfixed. Their ADC really enjoys playing Aphelios, and I think it's going to show.
There it is. Kindred.
Indrid, okay, so there's their jungler. Another strong pick there. That's another counter pick a little bit. I think that, man,
Got the
yes,
counter to the counter.
yeah. I mean, they're just kind of taking champions away from each other a little bit. I kind of like it.
We're doing a little 4D chess in this draft pick, are we?
Absolutely. No Kled. That's a good one to get
Yeah.
rid of. Kled's a very annoying top laner. There you
Teemo
go.
ban. Yes.
There you go, Strano. No Teemo to watch today.
Now we just ban out Vigar and we're good. And Pike. And Pike. And there's about 20 we could add to that list.
Oh, for sure.
Kindred is
And
a
no
good
Camille.
counter to Sejuani.
I'm going to expect, I don't know, guys. Malphite's on the table still. Annie's on the table still. There's some champions that both teams are comfortable with that are still available for selection. So I would not be surprised to see Malphite or Annie come out of either one of these teams.
If we get another Annie play, I'm good. Oh,
Oh,
Vygar.
oh.
What?
Chuck was so excited, and now I can just see him cringing over here. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, not Vigar." He's having flashbacks.
He's having flashbacks. Not good ones.
Ari.
Yep, I was hoping for an Annie and got a Vygar.
Yeah, Ari's a good champion. Good mid laner, very strong right now. We've seen some of that yesterday, so
Yes, we did,
Looks-
and that mobility really came into play yesterday, Woo Pow.
yeah, it did. Absolutely. And I think all we're missing now is what are we missing here, guys? Top lane? Yep,
I think
we're
you'll be
missing a top
correct.
laner. Maybe we might get the I don't know. We might get Mordekaiser. Okay. We might get the Malphite on this side, guys. I don't know. And Malphite's kind of tough in the Mordekaiser, but
Hey, I'm telling you, I approve the Mordekaiser pick. Always fun to watch. Mordekaiser just stomping around that rift, swinging Nightfall everywhere. Very good tank. And a Scion. That's an excellent
Scion.
pick into Mordekaiser.
Zaya. There we go. Yep,
Yeah.
Zion top. Heimerdinger.
Mordekaiser and Mord and Scion can just whack at each other pretty much all game long, and no one's going to die.
Yeah, I agree, but it looks like they may play their con top lane.
Wow. Surely they still got time to swap. Surely.
Hey, I've played Mordekaiser jungle, so it is a thing, and I have seen it mid lane, not very much, but man, this will be two meta picks on one side, Whoop Out.
Yes, it would be. I would be. You talk about throwing a team off.
Because is Ari playing support?
I would have to be.
Wow, this is a very unusual team comp here.
That is, of course, now, as we all know, they could always lane swap somewhere throughout the game as well. But, man, if it stays like this, that is kind of crazy.
I agree, but man, I would be interested to see this. Maybe this is something they've been working on, or a comp that they think plays well, into Morrilton. So
Absolutely. It's kind of funny. Like, they really have picked each other's champions to some extent. Like, there's some familiar champions here that I'm expecting Morrilton to play that's on Rabbit Hole side and vice versa. So I think they've definitely scouted each other out, and you only got 5 bans, so the next best way to take a champion away is pick it yourself.
Yeah, especially when you have a deep pool, and both these teams do have deep pools.
Absolutely, yeah. Here again, this may be a game that stretches out a while because both teams kind of have champions that need a little time to build up, need some itemization. There's obviously the Kindred has some early gank pressure.
yeah, I agree. Sejuani falls off a little bit in the late game. Mordekaiser, though, man, he just keeps ramping. Ari ramping. Aphelios really ramps, so they really do have some good late game there. We know Vygar ramps. Kindred depends on how much jungle can he steal with Kindred. I mean, maybe that plays into it.
It does. We know how important team comp is, but we've also seen how important objectives are and team fights and just that one little pick here or there that really changes the flow of the game.
Yeah, and we saw that yesterday with, kind of momentum swings back and forth between both teams. Think one team's kind of got the edge, and then the other team comes swinging back. So these team comps really do matter for late game. And Whoop Out, they're going to have a lot of CC on this rabbit hole side with Rakan and Sejuani just alone. And then the beautiful thing about Mordekaiser is you just ultimate whoever you don't want in the team fight, and he's not there anymore.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to build more. If they're going to build him AP where they're really wanting to pump out the damage, or they may build him solely as tank. But I mean, I'm thinking they may go AP heavy with Sejuani because Sejuani is obviously a tank. She can soak up the damage for them, but man, who knows?
I don't know with
He's,
that comp. I mean, like the sky's the limit, right? I mean,
yeah, it really is. And these student athletes are far more intelligent than I am, so they can figure out things a lot quicker than I can.
I agree. Some of the comps that we've seen on here before and seen kids play in these championships and playoffs, man, it's beyond me. That's for sure.
Yeah, before this game starts, guys, we've got to touch on yesterday. Anybody that has not seen the video from White County Central and Bryant yesterday, if you've not seen the ending of Game 1, you've got to watch it. It's one of the best things you'll ever see from League of Legends. I can promise you that.
Yes, confirmed.
I agree. That's probably a 1 in a billion video clip right there in that first game,
Absolutely.
I would guess. I don't know. I've never really seen that before in any of the time that I've played League.
Yeah, I haven't either. And I've been part of quite a few losing battles, and I've never even seen it from that side either.
Me neither.
All right, we got the good quality stream running for everybody else. There we go. We'll
sir.
enjoy it in 720, but we got 1080 for everybody, so that did happen.
So it looks like no invades this time. Everybody's just going to be comfortable with just checking each other out, Nothing big. So, yeah, we do see Rakan on the bottom with the Philios, like we would expect.
Okay.
I think that was just a little, maybe, heck, I don't know what it was. Maybe a joke, maybe, just change it up a little bit. But I do think Rakan Philios in the bottom lane. Of course, Ari in the mid, Mordekaiser top. That Mordekaiser Sion is going to be interesting.
Well, pal, I love watching a slobber knocker in the top lane, and I guarantee you this is going to be one because there's no way around it.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any
Absolutely.
finesse. It's going to be who can bonk the other one on the head the hardest.
That's exactly right. Sion is such a tough pick, man. That champion can, his charge, his ultimate's pretty nasty anyways, but, his after death passive, he can just keep whacking on towers and get a lot of pressure really quickly.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that in the past, and man, I've seen people abuse that ultimate of his and just keep clearing lanes, and there's really nothing you can do about it. You just have to deal with it. I mean, there's no stopping it.
No, there's not. And, you'll see a lot of champions that they'll dive on purpose. They don't care to die. They're fixing to pop back to life. And, especially if a tower's getting close to going down or something, there's a lot of plays they can make around that. So,
yeah, there's a lot of plays around that ultimate on YouTube if you ever get bored and want to just watch them, because I've watched videos of people just, especially in ARAM, just gutting everything as Sion.
and there again, we saw yesterday how important a top laner can, or how quickly a top laner can gut a lane. So,
Yes, we sure did. Did we say ASMSA is in the blue?
Yes.
Okay.
yes, they
And
are.
Morrilton is in the red.
So team colors, starting out.
I like it. That makes things a little easier for me because it's hard enough for me to keep track of what the heck's going on anyways.
I agree. Chuck, these teams are exactly even on gold right now. I know it's early, but man, they are really laning hard, really getting those last hits.
Yeah, and I think, Rakan, it's kind of surprising. Rakan Affiliate was getting some really good push early. But once that Heimer gets a couple of points in that queue, them turrets really do some damage and can really push a lane out in a hurry.
What's the last hit? Nope. Those last hits, getting that CS,
Yeah.
getting that minion killed there. It's important to tap into that. And a lot of times it's overlooked how important that is. Not by these players, of course, but by amateurs or people viewing the stream. They're not quite familiar with the mechanics, but you've got to get that last hit on that minion to collect a little bit of gold, and that's going to add up big time late game getting the items that you need.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference in a hurry. And I don't know. I'm with you, Strano. I can't do it to save my life, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, their jungler's in trouble here. Nice
First
kill
blood
by
goes
the
to
Sejuani.
ASMA. Yeah.
Catches Kindred out and has the rotation there by the Rakan. That's very, very nice.
Yeah, that was a good play right there. That's you need to pick up the kills early on Kindred because once you reach level 6, it's going to be a lot harder to kill that champion. I can't hardly tell. I wish I could make things a little bit bigger here. It looks like Vygar took first strike as his rune. So he may be looking to pump some money in quick and start them items a little faster than usual.
He's doing very good on CS right now, Wupao.
Absolutely. So I'm just curious, Shino, is there a way to reorganize via the feed the champions in the bar? Can you do that to where Mordekaiser shows against against Sion? You may not be able to.
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
however they draft in is how it. If anybody knows any
Yeah.
different, just mark it in the chat. But I do believe that
Okay.
we are locked in the
That's
way
fine.
that they done
My
that.
poor
just
little
because
brain
of you.
struggles.
No, they done that because of you. They said they wanted to make sure you struggled.
Well, it doesn't take much regardless, but you're right.
And Morrilton's getting a nice push down here in this bottom lane, so they're pushing back.
Yeah, it was just a
Coming
matter of
back the lane,
time.
They're kind of just pushing back and forth there. And it looks like they're going to rotate up and check this dragon out. They want to get vision there. That's very good, very smart by both teams. They want to know if the other team goes for that dragon.
Absolutely, yeah. And right now, Sejuani's in the area, Kindred's on the other side, so they're in a position right now to really take it if they want to, but yeah, they're going to go for it.
One thing that's great about Sejuani is you can go for this dragon, especially because it's not a water drake. And if you don't think you're going to get it, you can just save your E to go right out through the wall to escape.
Absolutely true. I think Morrilton, they know that they're on it, but I just don't think that they have people in position to take care of it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
easy first dragon for the
Yeah.
rabbit hole.
Easy first Drake for rabbit hole.
Oh boy, here comes
Vengeance
more,
not
guys.
able to get away. It's done for him.
Yep. Yeah, that Mordekaiser, oof.
Yep.
He did lose a plate for it, but that's a trade you'll take.
Yeah, we'll say the Kindred's doing a good job of farming, though. Still ahead on Sejuani. It's one of those deals where sometimes you got to trade off objectives for farming or, map presence or whatever the case may be. But, too early deaths, not what you want to see from your jungler right now.
No, and you said this is going to be a jungle-heavy game.
Yeah, both junglers are extremely, extremely good players. Like I said, though, I think once Vengeance gets level 6, that Kindred becomes a different champion.
I agree. Both teams really heavy on vision right now. It's exactly what we expect to see out of these players. And yeah, when they knew that Kindred was up on the map on the top side, they knew they had a better chance of getting that Drake. There's no smite down there to have to worry about a steal or anything like that. So that was an excellent job by them picking that Drake up.
Absolutely.
Vygar, my gosh. Ooh, Kevin
and
Man,
Kindred.
Vengeance coming up. Counter gank.
Yep.
Looking good. Looking good. ASMSA doing what they need to do.
Yeah, right now this Vygar is really taking care of business in the mid lane.
Man,
Level
he's
8.
landing those cages around Geico can save you 15 minutes or 15.
Such a great name.
And ASMSA is going to pick up this Rift Herald too, Wu Pal. So let's see where they choose to place that at.
Yeah, absolutely. I figure they're going to try to maybe go mid with that just because Vigar's getting such a good push. They may want to do that just to
Yeah.
kind of help Ari out a little bit.
Vigar alerting his team right now, saying, "Look, we got troubles here."
Nice footwork on the Mordekaiser there. Gets out of Scion's bash.
Both the top laners really doing what they have to do. I mean, the top lane is definitely solid.
Yeah, it looks like right now Mordekaiser is building maybe a little tankier builds. Already got the plated steel cap boots, so I'm sure Sion's going to match that. He's got the merc tread, so trying to alleviate some damage.
Nice.
Very nice pacing by the Sejuani too, though. Got those jungle monsters. Krug's the only thing up right now. Polishing off that top side, or probably back here, I would think.
Yeah.
Ooh, Zaya very low.
Morrilton
Can
has
Aphelios
numbers,
get it?
but my goodness.
Oh man,
ASMSA.
Aphelios is in trouble now. They just turned that around on him, and Aphelios goes down to the jungler.
Good patience there. I thought they was going to get a little excited because they had 3 people. It almost cost them. They backed off. They were able to get the kill, move back out.
Yeah, that really kind of evened up the gold discrepancy. I mean, now we're sitting at less than 400,
yeah.
500 gold. So that's
Incompetent soul.
Now, if you look here right now, this Mordekaiser's down in the bottom lane, but look at Sejuani up there catching that wave and not letting that tower take those hits, Chuck. That's excellent teamwork right there.
Yeah, they definitely know where each other's at this level. There's no question. Mordekaiser's they're gonna take it back. I look to see him. Ooh, he got out of there. I look to see him moving back up the top lane here.
Yeah, something to note here, guys. We're at the 11-minute mark, and this Vigar is at 110 CS. So CS has been amazing by the Vigar, and so that just means that his stacks he's gaining, his passive stacks, his AP is going to be through the roof very shortly.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to build against that for late game because, I mean, it's going to get nasty with Vigar. We know that. He'll just delete you if you don't have any magic resist.
Absolutely, and he's kind of looked like he built the Rod of Ages first, so that's a really good mythic, recently reworked. So definitely building for late game.
Man, Morrilton sneaks in here and gets this Drake that kind of caught me sleeping there a second.
Yeah, they sure did. They just all rotated together. Okay, they're going to drop the Herald in top, so.
Yep, gonna
I
get
think
a
the
little bit of
timer
gold
was
for everybody there, and they may dive this.
Yeah, they may very
So
well.
as tanky
Sion's a
as
tough champion
Sejuani
to dive,
is,
though.
and with the stuns, they probably could get away with it. Mordekaiser sharing the hits there. Looks like they're gonna back out of it.
Oh boy, Rakan may have gotten caught out here, guys.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, this Kindred's going to come online, guys. I'm telling you, it's gonna. Kindred's going to catch up.
Get back to directed here.
Oh man. So these top laners just going back and forth up here.
This is extremely evenly matched so far.
Yes, it is.
Kills, gold, objectives, everything is lined up.
I wish Riot would get that fixed. Sorry about that, guys. I'm caught in game.
Of course, we all know how tough Aphelios is to play, but man, if you get a master on Aphelios, which I'm pretty sure that Uranium is a master on Aphelios, that could be a game changer too, late game.
Yeah, no doubt.
I've tried playing Aphelios before, and then I remember like 10 minutes in, I was like, I don't know what the heck's going on. Alt F4.
All 10
Yeah,
forward.
he's got the different weapons to use. You got to know how to use them and when to use them. But man, he can pump out some serious damage. We do know that for sure. Rakan
Absolutely.
getting knocked down there a little bit, so he's having to back off that.
You might chase it down, guys. They're running for this Zaya.
Yeah, they are,
But
and
just
I don't know.
can't reach her.
Yeah, just couldn't quite reach her. Nice job here by the Morrilton team wrapping around here. Let's see what ASMSA does in this bottom tower. They might actually almost get this tower. I'm not sure.
It's going to be close. There's another wave coming down. It's going to be close, but oh man, here we go. Vengeance is coming online. Yeah, they're going to get the tower here, guys. They want that tower. Yep. They want that tower. They go back and back, buy, and then they're in a lot better shape in that bottom lane now.
Yeah. This ASMSA team is doing a really good job against that Vigar cage. They know they can't touch the walls. It takes really, really good footwork to do that, though. I mean, your knee-jerk reaction is to run through the wall, trying to get away. And
Absolutely.
you just have to stay in it.
Yeah, Morrilton does a good job there. I think they got the Herald right there. So, like we talked about, I mean, they're just back and forth on objectives, back and forth on kills. Gold lead is never mind. There is no gold lead. It is dead even.
Yes.
Yeah, and if we got a Rift Herald in this mid lane too here, they're going to try to go ahead and get some pressure here. They're grouping up.
They do get the mid tower.
Absolutely.
Yep. I said, Heimerdinger very, very good at clogging up lane and just keeping lane pressure on. Just with those turrets.
Yeah, we're starting to see some mythics come online. We know that Vigar got his very early. The Zaya picked up a Kraken. Looks like Aphelios went for the Gale Force. Mordekaiser is kind of mixing up a little bit of armor and AP. So it looks like he's got the Rylai's, I believe. So going for that slow, which is very, very important and really hard to deal with.
Yeah, that's really important on him because once you start swinging on someone, they cannot run from you. And that is very, very effective on Mordekaiser.
Looks like Scion decided to go with the Heartsteel. Good pickup on him. Make him even harder to kill.
Ooh, I think Heimerdinger's
Oh,
in trouble
boy.
here.
Yeah.
Heimerdinger was scanning and got caught out. Ouch.
I don't think he expected everyone to be there.
No,
No,
he
he
was
did
scanning just to see if they got vision, and they had 3 in the bush.
Right.
This sets them up nicely for this Drake, though. Morrilton going to be one player short, so they should be able to just slide right in here and take this Drake.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think there's anything Morrilton can do about it.
No, they're not in any position.
Very nice job by ASMSA. Realizing they had numbers, they just went right on down in the Dragon Pit and took care of business, Chuck.
Vengeance running into Mord there. See if he can get away.
Yeah. We talked
Nice
about how
footwork there too.
aggravating the Rylai's is on Mordekaiser. Well, guess what? Heimer just picked it up, so every time a turret hits you, you're slowed. You talk about an annoying champion now.
Oh, that's going to be infuriating, especially the way he's just hiding them around the map here right now.
Vigar doing Vigar things.
Yeah, the Vigar, 182 CS, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to make a big difference. Yeah, the Vigar's KDA is non-existent, but with that gold count, that's acceptable.
Yeah, this Vigar, I mean, his CS right now is unbelievable. He's almost at 200 CS at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got 150 bounty on him with no KDA.
Yeah, that's just sitting back and knowing that, hey, I'm playing this for late game, and I'm going to build and build and build and get my AP up, and when time comes, I'm going to delete you.
Yeah, and one thing about this match right here that reminds me of a lot of professional matches because the kill count is so low right now. You see that a lot of times with pro play because they don't make mistakes, and neither one of these teams are making mistakes, Chuck, and that's why nobody's able to catch anybody out.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a definitely a push and a shove and a I'm going to back off because I'm not dying.
Yeah, one thing we don't want to see is, Morrilton. We saw this as a problem yesterday with the Viego pick. Right now Kindred has all the kills for Morrilton. So we got some assists across the board, but, we need to start spreading them kills out, whereas ASMSA, we've got one on Aphelios, one on Sejuani, one on Mord. So, that could be a problem if that persists throughout the game.
Yeah, but it will have to persist. I mean, with 3 kills and 20 minutes in, I don't even know how to handle that. I've usually died 3 times myself 20 minutes in.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if you look at the wards across the map, I mean, both teams are just making sure they get the vision. Now, we might have something right here with Pal.
Yeah, they done
somebody's
caught
gonna go
Heimer
down
out
for
again.
this. Yep. And another one. Huge
Oh, man.
ASMSA victory
Good
here.
cleanup.
Morrilton
Very nice cleanup.
could not do anything with that.
So
Yeah,
much CC there, Chuck.
Yep, now they're calling for Rift. This will be Baron Asher, won't it?
I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're too far in for Herald now.
So we're going
Yeah,
Baron
that's-
Asher. This is going to help them out a lot, putting pressure on all the lanes.
Yeah, that was an excellent collapse there by ASMSA. They got the Heimer, so they knew they had numbers. They wrapped on around, but then you saw Mord come down the river, and they just totally collapsed on top of that. They did a great job on that team.
Vigar going to try to put them in a cage. I guarantee it.
He may try to steal it.
Nope,
Hey, he got close.
He did get close.
I think a lot of that last fight right there, guys, the victory, Strano touched on it earlier. I think it was vision. I think there's been a lot of control wards used, a lot of them bought, and hey, I'm telling you, it may be 100 gold pop, but they're worth it.
Yeah, and one thing, Vigar wasn't there for that fight. He was up in the top lane, so they didn't have, their
But he
heavy
got him
hitter.
a tower.
Yeah.
But he did get him a tower.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Vigar's probably got a little bit of money now, too. He may go back and let's see what he itemizes next. Already got cooldown boots. Just picks up a rod, getting a little more AP.
Yep. I figure Vigar is going to go pop some tags.
Yeah, but Morrilton got in here and got vision around the Dragon Pit, but here comes ASMSA clearing it out, Chuck.
Yep. Another team fight coming up. I sense it. My spidey senses say they're coming in.
Boy, they jumped right on Zaya there.
Yeah, this Sejuani with that Radiant Virtue, popped it immediately and just got up in there and picked up a kill.
But that sets ASMSA up for the Drake as it comes up. Yep. They got numbers. Mordekaiser keeping them away. He's like, no, y'all ain't even going to get close enough to steal this.
Moore's wanting a little more. He may get the Heimer by himself.
Yeah, I do believe he will. He got the hook in.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job. Vengeance looking for vengeance, but Mord just moving on out of there. He's like, done what I need to do. Thank you. I'm out.
A very nice recognition by this ASMSA squad, Chuck, because every time they have numbers, they're going for the throat. They've kept the pedal to the metal on that. Anytime they've had numbers, all 3 times on those objectives they had numbers, and they just went right for it.
Golly, that Rakan, man.
Oh,
just
yeah.
manages to get out.
Yep, and this is going to be the revenge push by Morrilton.
Well, Sejuani just barely got out of there.
But they're champions. They've got such good mobility, man. It's so hard to kill them.
Yeah, how do you
Kaiser
not
picks up the Jack
get in
Show.
Vygar's cage? Don't let him catch you. Got a couple more players back in here. They're content to reset, and I would be too if I was ASMSA. But that gives Morrilton a little bit of chance to get some farm on this map. So let's see if they can get a push back against that ASMSA squad.
Yeah, that may happen. Like they're picking up a few items right now. You know that Kindred now has Blade of the Rune King online, so that will definitely help make that champion stronger. But man, that Mordekaiser picking up that Jack Show. Gosh, that is a strong item. Yeah, Vygar's just trying his best to protect what towers are left and just try to help push out where he can. But they may try to collapse right here, guys. Yeah, they may get the Recon right here. It may be too much damage.
Oop. Moved
Nope,
out.
never mind.
Oh yeah, they got the whole team here.
Yep.
They got to get somebody out of this. But look how
Yeah,
long
Mord's
it's taking
going
to get that
down.
Mord.
He did get they did get the shutdown on the Mordekaiser. Good job there. They seen that vulnerability and they took after it.
Yeah, they'll take that. That's a good kill. They needed to get that Mordekaiser out of there anyways, but I think they really wanted more out of that. But that Recon's movement is he's tough to track down.
Yeah, but Morrilton working as a team, trying to find, any stragglers out by themselves and trying to shut them down. That's a smart heads-up play there. It's just if they can get it or not.
Yeah. Said Kindred was rotating up there. I think he was going to try to get a play up there maybe, but it just didn't quite happen. They got that tower too fast.
Oh, they did a great job too. They got the tower and then got the heck out of Dodge.
Yep. No overstaying by ASMSA there.
Yeah, both these teams are huge. Their mechanical ability, their communication, their teamwork, their game knowledge, their game sense. I mean, it's hard for me to to make too much out of it because they're just so far advanced from what I'm used to seeing.
I know when I'm playing this game, even with you guys, I'm like, hey, meet me at the bush that's over there by that other bush.
Yeah,
These guys they know where everything's at, how to communicate, and I don't even know what the heck's going on.
yeah, they're not even using that many words. They're just ping, ping, hey,
Exactly.
ping, and then they're done.
Oh, there's some definite Pinglish going on, I promise you.
Yeah, they're using both vocal because they're in the lab together. Yeah, they're using vocal communication and Pinglish together, and it's amazing what they're doing. And it's not just one side either.
One thing I'm noticing here, Wupao, is both these teams are very methodical with how that they move, how they moved as a team, how they choose to use those wraparounds. Man, they have played together a lot. I'm telling you right now, these teams are both very methodical.
Absolutely. We talked earlier about the fact they don't really have necessarily one dominant player. They just play so well as a team, and I think that's been evident through this game so far.
Yeah, they're really jockeying for position on this Drake here. It's kind of daring one side to, hey, if you go for the Drake or you go for the Baron, we're coming for you.
Oh, absolutely. But what's crazy is the Vygar and Scion have neither one died.
I don't
Vygar
know.
especially.
There's got to be an achievement for going like 30 minutes in a game on Vygar and not dying, right?
That's what I'm thinking because I play Vygar and, man, I die like 40 times a game.
Yep.
Yep.
Red
There's
team
a
one
easy
dragon.
Baron.
Yep.
Yeah, red team one dragon, blue team one Baron. ASMSA said we'll take Baron if you're going to take Drake.
They just split it. I mean, that's smart though. I mean, you choose which one you want. We'll take the other one.
Yeah, I think right there, Morrilton was okay with giving that a little bit because, if there was a fight over the Dragon Pit, ASMSA already has 3 Drakes down. So that becomes a whole different battle right there.
Yeah, I think that was very smart on their part because they said, you know what, I'd rather give you Drake or Baron than give you Soul.
Yeah, absolutely.
And ASMSA was like, okay, we'll take Baron. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, I think they're content with just getting more of these outer towers taken down and just eliminating the jungle and putting more vision in their control. This
Yeah.
Vygar's in a bad spot now.
Yeah. Ooh, he gets the pullback on. He's after that Vygar. He wants him. Vygar gets the cage up. That may save. Nope.
Oh, man. Not
Couldn't
enough.
do it. Not enough. I thought that cage might have saved his life, but he ran right into another ASMSA player.
Man, look at how ASMSA, man, it smell blood, man, because as soon as they know they have numbers, man, they are all in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no hesitation on like, hey guys, do we have numbers? I think we have numbers. They know we have numbers, and they go straight in. And in the rotation on these tower hits, you can see it. Gosh, that was
plus-
impressive.
That is beautiful, Chuck.
That Baron buff on those cannons too. You don't realize what extra range and damage that gives too, and they're using that Baron buff so well right now.
Oh yeah, dismantling all defenses.
Yeah, they really forced Morrilton back there. They did a great job taking advantage of what they were given.
Yeah, we see more pickups tier 2. Ari gets a Shadow Flame, Mordekaiser with the Frozen Heart, Sejuani gets the Randuins, Philios, Infinity Edge. Like, it's just that push right there gave them so much money, and now their gold lead is fairly significant.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where you're going to see an item level, just like you're talking about, separation there, and that's huge in a game like this.
Yeah, where neither team makes mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about. It's those little bitty hedges, those little bitty slight hedges of victory in the early game that carries you in the late game.
Yeah, so far through this game, I mean, I think the Rabbit Hole has just played this almost to perfection, really.
Yeah, and Morrilton hasn't made many mistakes. Like, I couldn't pick out Morrilton's mistakes, but it's a death by 1,000 pinpricks.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where, the Heimer, I think, got caught out a couple of times in a weird spot. And, once it's 5-on-4, we know how the rest is history here.
Right.
You can see the pings, guys. They're wanting it. They're saying, hey, let's keep pushing.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
here. They're going here. Watch out, they're going here. Here they go. Watch them take out this tower.
Yeah, that's
They're able to pull, attack, invade, trade out. Tower goes down.
they may have
They are gonna
overstepped a
pay
little bit here,
now.
guys.
Morrilton can punish right here if they just come in on this.
More getting
Mordekaiser
that.
bringing out the
Yep.
ultimate, so he takes one of their players away from him, and we talked about that before.
Yeah, but as long as this Heimer's alive, guys, the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Heimer's making up for some of those deaths he made early. Ooh, gets caught by the Vygar. Poor guy.
Sejuani, goodness sakes. Don't you know they're thinking, just die already?
Yeah. Sejuani just took so much damage right there from everybody.
And that gives the Vygar, I think, picked up the bounty on that one, I do believe, guys. So that just gives him even more money. And that Vagar, I'm telling you, golly.
Yeah, 281.
I think he's got one rod there online, Woo-Pow. If he gets that other one.
More than enemy
Yeah, he's-
territory. He's surrounded.
Oh, he's in trouble.
He's in trouble.
He's in
His
trouble.
Ultimate, yeah, he's in trouble right here.
He
No
almost
way
got
out
back
of
to
that.
his team. He was so close. Now Morrilton has numbers for Drake.
Yeah, and
They
Morrilton's
they
just
need to
gonna-
pull it out of the pit.
Yeah, they do need to pull it out of the pit. They're going to capitalize on it.
Up,
But man, they.
up.
Wow,
Okay,
nice
good
job
job.
there.
Good job, Morrilton. That's a pretty significant swing in the shift of this game right there, guys.
I agree. Sejuani could get caught out here.
Yeah, even as hard as that champion is to kill, they're just playing on objectives right now, guys. They know. Oh, they may actually catch them out. Sion got a good push down the bottom lane.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, Morrilton ready here.
These Devil Dogs are just not going to go off into the sunset. I mean, they are fighting and clawing, Chuck. I mean, this team is not having it.
Yeah,
Man,
they were
are
like
rallying.
We were planning on this the whole time, guys.
Oh, this is going to be dangerous here because let's see if they force them out of the pit. If one team, well, Mord's not there to help them, so I mean, Morrilton does have an advantage in this fight right here.
If they know it. If they know it. Yeah, it looks like Mord's going to get back up there before they're able to take too much advantage of it. And Mord's going to keep pushing past it. He's going to go ahead and walk mid lane. Sure enough, Mordekaiser's like, y'all got this under control.
This is a ruse here, I think, Chuck, just to keep them busy.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to fight over this while Mordekaiser tries to push in base. They learned a little trick from White County Central here.
I was about to say, is this a Trendamere play here going on? Because this sure looks like it.
Oh, and now they're losing numbers.
Aphelios just went off right there. I think
Yes.
that's a
Yeah,
triple
he did.
kill right there.
And Mordekaiser's right there. They're trying to teleport.
Sion's not going to be able to make it out of
Vigard
there.
gets to teleport in. He's back at the base.
Yeah,
now
but-
he sees that Mord's there. Woo.
And they've got a big wave coming up mid too. I don't
Yeah.
think that the respawn times are maybe too long, guys.
Yeah, and
I think it
Mordekaiser
is.
hitting towers. He was just, I'm going mid lane. I'm going to gut this. Oh my gosh. They're like, we can't let the balance of powers shift into Morrilton's favor. All right.
Yeah, I think that may be GG right
I
there,
think that's going
gentlemen.
to be GG, gentlemen.
I don't know, guys. They're respawn. Morrilton may hang on here.
Yeah, but ASMSA getting every hit they can on that Nexus.
Yes,
they, don't
they
last
are,
long.
man.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Very
Great
well played
game.
by both teams. Man, what, 10 to 14? Gold almost dead even. Wow, both of these teams are excellent, Chuck. This is a privilege to watch these two teams play.
That's one of those, back and forth to where at some point in time it's got to tilt one way or the other, but it could have went either way in that game.
I agree. I really thought we were going to see Morrilton mount a comeback there. I really did. It looked like everything was swinging in their favor. ASMSA just makes a play. Mord guts that mid and forces them back, and then they got caught by Aphelios.
Yeah, they really did. That was just, I think, I don't know. I think the champion selection was just better. Overall, I just think the ASMSA just had better champions suited for that matchup.
And I think, too, I mean, I know you coach football, Woo Pal, so you could probably attest to this, and Chuck from running track and playing football. This would be a game that I, as a coach, would be like, look, we didn't really do anything wrong to lose this game. We had one or two things I think we can improve. But we need to come back and play exactly the same way all over again. Just tighten up those one or two little nuances that we had, and we got this, guys. Like, you can beat this team. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, absolutely. You're right, man. As a football reference, I can tell you that's like a one fumble away from victory right there. That's kind of how I look at that one. But, if I'm Morrilton, I don't really know how you want to change up your bands, really, any, because maybe Mordekaiser, I don't think you want to see that again. But other than that, you don't want to change it up and give them something else that they're even more comfortable with.
Yeah, one thing ASMSA did really well is whenever Morrilton did have numbers a couple times in those team fights, they made sure to ult someone that Mord could kill or that was going to do a bunch of damage, and they took him out of the fight, and that just evened the numbers back to 4-on-4.
Yeah, it really did. I think several times we saw Mordekaiser use it on Vagar just to keep him out of the fight just a little bit longer.
Yeah, and that's a 1,000 IQ move. I mean, you just say, hey, if this is their hyper carry, I'm going to ultimate him every time. Or if this is the guy that has the most kills, and you just take him completely out of the team fight. And I can't wait to see both these teams go at it again. And
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
We already know, Woo Pal, that whoever wins this game is going to play against Wynne. And, man, if I was Wynne, I don't know who I would rather play. I mean, I would be thinking
6-1.
Yeah, 6-1, half dozen the other, because these teams are both excellent. They play together so well, Chuck.
They have very similar play styles.
Yes, they do.
And that's good. Their play style is good.
Yes.
I don't know. What's their play style like? Well, it's just good.
Yeah.
It's just good. Yeah.
It's just good.
It's just good.
I agree with that.
Well, you got to look back here a little
Imagine
bit.
mine
Morrilton,
without mistakes.
yeah.
Let's see. If I could play and be really good and only get 2 deaths in a 40-minute match, then that good. I mean, we saw this before in the fall, Woo Pal. What was it? A real squishy champion, the Kindred, that went like the whole game and had like no deaths. And I mean, we both were just so amazed that someone could play Kindred for that long and not die.
Yeah, I try to play ARAM as much as possible because then I'm like, hey, I was trying to die. Okay, I wanted to respawn. I wanted to go buy items. KDA may still be 0.006, but you know what? Hey, it's ARAM. Supposed to die. No, something I was looking at a while ago, this Rabbit Hole team, guys, they 2-0'd Cabot in the playoffs, and prior to that, they 2-0'd Bentonville West and 2-0'd Van Buren Kimchi. And we know how good those teams are, so, they may be the lower seed, so to speak, but I'm not seeing it.
No, their play is impeccable. It really is. And, the way that this works out, I know that me and Fui dealt with it in our own lab. As tight as this, if you lose the one right match, it can change your setting or your placement in these playoffs.
Absolutely, you're right about that, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's times where we had a guy out and you just had to take the L. And if that was the wrong time for you to have a guy out and take the L, it's gonna change where you're positioned in these playoffs. So I hadn't really studied the season, but I mean that could have easily happened. But they're definitely a good team. They definitely deserve to be here at the top 8, and either one of these teams deserve to be in the top 4 and the top 2 as well.
Yeah, you're 100% right, my friend. That's, of course, in our little bracket challenge, I picked Morrilton. I picked the Devil Dogs just because I've got to watch them play a little bit. I've seen the champions.
Devil Dogs are good. Devil Dogs
they're great, man. You don't 2-0 Pocahontas Phoenix and 2-0 Bryant High 5 for no reason. So
yeah, and you don't like, if you're Morrilton or whatever, you don't You can't either of these teams, like, it's so close. You can't count them out yet. You don't want to count them out. They're going to come back. They're going to show us. Morrilton's going to do their thing. They're solid.
This is one of those games that could very easily be 1-1 here in a minute.
Yeah, it could easily go 1-1. I think I could be wrong. I'm no expert, but I think the other game, if Morrilton could have got that going, their direction,
Oh, they had the momentum.
Yeah,
We saw
they
the
had the
momentum
momentum,
shift.
but ASMSA knew it was the time to throw the cards on the table and call the bluff.
You're right.
But if they
So
didn't do that,
Rakan is no longer an option this game. I think that's a really smart ban.
so now our band's gonna. Oh,
It may
and I
change
gotta
up a little
change
bit.
My peeps. I gotta change my peeps. Who's on what side here? Morrilton's gonna be blue now. ASMSA is red.
Oh, no Philios either. So they are going to change up the bans quite a bit to where they don't want to see any of the champions from that previous match.
I mean, I don't blame him. You got to do something, right, Wupow? I mean, it's like maybe there's not the best solution, but let's try something different because that didn't work exactly like we wanted, and we were really, really close.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you're going to beat me that way, then I'm going to take it away from you, and you're going to have to beat me some other direction.
You're gonna have to think about it.
No Heckram again.
Yeah, that Heckram's pretty strong, and like I said, both junglers could play Heckram to a T. But first pick Nautilus, guys. It wasn't banned this time, and it's picked up immediately.
Said Nautilus is one of the champions that I really played for any amount of time when I first started playing. So got a little love for Nautilus here, and not as a player.
Yeah.
So.
I do too, and I like that champion a lot better than I do Heimer.
I agree. He's more well-rounded. He's more tanky.
Mokai.
Yeah, he doesn't bring as much. Oh, I love it.
The first two picks
love
are Fui's picks.
I mean, they're picking my mains. I hope they didn't scout me, Strano.
That's probably what happened.
That's probably what happened. They were like,
so bad.
that guy, we've got to scout him.
Kids watching, don't grow up to be Fui. Jinx.
Yep. And what's good about Maokai is you could play him top lane. He can play jungle. He can play support. I mean, you never know where he might pop up.
And it gives you vision, and he makes your life a living.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say, my thing for both these teams is he gives you so much vision with those saplings, and if you run wards on top of that, I mean, you could basically vision the whole map by yourself.
Yeah, you really can. But this bottom lane Nautilus Kaisa, that's going to be tough to go against.
Jarv.
Yeah, it is.
Jarv.
Yeah, no surprise there. Jarvan's very strong right now.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of Jarvan in this season of League of Legends. He's very good. It's a wore out record for me, but let's look out for that early gank, that level 2 gank, Chuck.
We got the sisters.
Oh.
Yeah, Vi. That is, you don't see Vi, just a
No.
whole lot at this level of play. So that must be a comfort pick, maybe.
Yeah, I think I can kind of hear Imagine Dragons playing in the background.
Yeah. So he said no Mordekaiser, and it's off the board, guys. Kled
Yep.
continues to be banned again. We'll see what the last two bans are, and then looks like we're looking for possibly a mid and a top lane for both teams.
Man, I'm excited to watch both these teams play Wupow just because, I don't think I had, those huge excitement moments like we had yesterday, but it's just methodical, smart play the whole time.
Mordekaiser.
Yeah,
in the chat.
it was.
Glad he's popular with us. We like good Mord play.
No Zed. Okay. That's I guess they're really focusing on that mid lane right now. They don't want to see Katarina or Zed.
Well, did you see that CS in mid lane?
Yes, sir, I did.
Focusing on the right area, if you ask me.
I was
Yeah.
quite envious.
Oh, me too, man. When someone CS's that well, you're just like, wow, they really have great mechanical skills, but they're also highly intelligent.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline's
we
so
see the Ahri
important in this game.
Oh, for sure, yeah. They pick Ahri again. ASMSA feels comfortable with that pick. I don't know. I don't think we'll see Vigard this time. I think that didn't quite go as planned. I think they're going to go a little different direction.
LeBlanc.
It is.
I like it.
I do too. I still think Malphite, man. I still see Malphite could be a good team fight champion for either team, really. But I'm really surprised we haven't seen it for Morrilton. So that's one of Slorilla's champions.
We may see it here. There's no telling. Yeah, they are taking it down the wire, and here comes Orn.
Okay.
Orn.
Yeah, Orn's a tough champion to kill. Just he's good to lane with. But that upgrade to your items is something that's that's a pretty big benefit as well playing an Orn.
Okay, Poppy, that's better.
I
boy.
agree, especially as close as these teams were. If you had that upgrade, that could have made the difference in those team fights for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do we have now?
I say that Poppy's going to the top lane against Orn.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
That Poppy's top lane. I think they're going to do the same thing they done last game with the weird out of order.
Really throws me off, man.
Yeah.
That's what we talked to them before the game. We said whatever you can do to throw Wu Pao off. Me and Fu were for it.
Suckers.
That's the reason why I have all of them on my friends list, so I can message them and let them know what drives you crazy.
Man, one thing about this ASMSA draft here, Chuck, is they really don't have. I mean, Maokai can build tanky, but that's not really his optimal build right now with the way the patch is. They really don't have a tank.
Yeah, Poppy can be a pretty good tank. You can build her to where she's nearly unkillable.
And maybe
that
they're going to
Maokai.
bring her in for that edge on those team fights. She can knock someone just completely out of that team fight. So kind of just replug Mord back in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I'm ASMSA and I've got that Maokai, I can see that Rylai's coming in really handy with those saplings. Would not be surprised to see that item coming out.
Yeah, one thing that's going to force Morrilton into is they're going to have to be scanning the map like crazy, which they do anyway, so I'm not really saying that's a disadvantage for them. I like the LeBlanc in the middle. That's really, really tough to play against. I mean, when she just teleports right into your face and deletes you, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, that's a very, very strong champion. Absolutely.
And you don't see a lot of LeBlanc play in the lower levels a lot of times, but when you get into higher level play, LeBlanc is definitely a staple. Will we have an early gank, Chuck?
Will we have an early game? You talking about
by
you
Jarvan.
think you're going to be in? Oh, okay.
Will Jarvan go for the level 2 gank?
I don't know these teams. They play it so straight and so.
That's you do have a point.
If we see an invade, then we're definitely going to see an early game.
I'm predicting neither team invades. They're both just fine and happy to.
That's
just,
what I'm thinking.
Let's just play early game lane, and
I think
we're
Jarvan's
not doing
gonna
any
be
shenanigans.
Yeah, I think that's what I think. But ASMSA has one to burn, as they say. So I mean, ASMSA could come in a little more aggressive this time. I do look to see a little bit more risk taking on the ASMA side, but maybe
What I like about that Jarvan, you can stand behind a wall with Jarvan and somebody gets too close, that EQ over the wall is not only surprise the heck out of you, but, it does significant damage.
Yeah, and I like him for the team fight aspect of, when he has that standard out there, you're buffing your entire team.
Absolutely, yeah. And he's kind of got that ultimate, where it's not quite as big as a Vigor cage, but, you're going to trapped inside of there with him, and that's not where you want to be.
No, that allows everyone to jump on that champion. And the good thing about those type of CCs in this game, I think, is there's no doubt who you're after. It's whoever's in the cage.
Oh, absolutely right. You just you get somebody off to the side by themselves, and you just waylay them and then move on to the next target.
We know that both these teams are excellent at taking advantage of the numbers.
Oh, absolutely. That was the story of the last game, really. Whoever got the upper hand in the fight would snowball the rest of the fight their direction.
I said it just reminds me of pro play so much. If they get that one kill or get numbers, I promise you they're bringing the heat right then, right there, taking advantage of it, and that's how these teams play.
All right,
Yeah.
streams look like it's going in a way pretty good.
Who wins the skin war, Chuck?
Oh shoot, it's pretty close.
It's dead even,
We got-
isn't it?
We got Arcane
Yeah.
here, so them choosing both sisters and having the Arcane skin. I got to go with the Arcane skins. So that's just how that is.
Okay, looks like we pretty much called that right. So Maokai will be the support. So I love Maokai support, man. That's that level 6 root is just gross.
Yeah, for team fights, man, it just covers such a wide area now. It's a lot faster than it used to be. So definitely great CC across the board.
Yeah, you talk about, you match that Maokai with your Jinx, you root them in place. Well, Jinx is not going to miss that ult then. That's pretty much a guaranteed death.
Yeah, and one thing I was going to mention with the Jinx is, she has that global ult too. So I wonder if that'll come into play in this match.
I've played Jinx before and tried to do the global ult and like pick somebody off by shooting across the map or whatever, and then I miss by, I don't even want to explain how bad the miss was. But, I see these guys on YouTube do it, and I try to do it, and it fails miserably. It's kind of disheartening, guys.
I agree. I like to watch.
I don't know. Whenever I do like the guys on YouTube, my gameplay just goes up. I just do better.
Bro, I've played with you. Don't you be lying on stream.
Coach Moore, if you could in chat, defend me as we move on to this gameplay here. Coach Moore's like, I played with you too.
Yeah, I play with you too. I'm not getting there. Here, I'm leaving that chat.
All right, so Morrilton in blue, ASMSA in red.
Yep, looks like we're content to just stay in our lanes right now and just battle out a little bit, get some levels, get some CS going on.
Yeah, both teams doing excellent jobs. Now Kai's trying to get it. Man, they might get Nautilus right here. It's going to be really close, Chuck. See what happens here, man. That Nautilus having to kind of hang back. Very nice gameplay. Very methodical by both teams.
Yeah, what we would expect, really.
All right, Curtis stepped away for the phone call. Yeah, it looks like Storm's coming through here at Clinton.
Yeah, I was afraid that was going to come at some point in time today.
Yep. Yep. So no matter what happens, looks like we're going to stay here until the storm passes by. But
Well, the beautiful thing is we get to enjoy some great League of Legends actions in the meantime.
can't complain about that.
No, sir. Uh-oh, Poppy. Maybe walking into something here. Like we said before, the Poppy's such a hard champion to kill, but it's not so hard when you got LeBlanc with you.
Yeah, LeBlanc came in there, mopping that up, getting that first kill there. Morrilton's got to feel good about that.
Yeah, good start. That's what you want. That's what you want to have right there. You know, just caught Poppy in the wrong spot.
ASMSA's like, wait a minute, let's try to get us one. We'll trade out.
Yeah, but that LeBlanc, just enough movement speed. I think she flashed right there. Maybe I think already flashed too to try to catch her. So, you know, we kind of got some summoner spells used in a hurry right there.
Absolutely. Well, we got a little minute here. Hey, who won the Smash game today? Rogers New Tech moving ahead in the Smash game today, if anybody's wondering about that.
Tough. Good to know. Looks like we got a Jinx on the Nautilus kill down here.
About to hit.
Good pickup. Good pickup by the Jinx, man. That's a champion that once you get a little bit fed, that can just snowball in a hurry.
Yeah, Jinx is tough.
They're really, really wanting this Kaisa too. But Jarvan's here to say, ain't
Yeah.
happening. We're going
And
to
then
turn this
under
around
tower,
now.
There ain't nothing they can do but run.
Are they running into waiting arms there in the river? I couldn't tell.
They had their jungler for backup. Vi was there waiting just for protection, so it looks like they're both going to get out. Another top lane full of some bruisers, man. This Ornn and Poppy, there's two more champions that's just really hard to kill.
The Paladin twins both got their hammer out there hitting each other.
True. You know, and Ornn has got that ability where he can obviously, purchase items from not even having to leave lane, so he can really stay there and just pester that top lane for a lot longer.
We got ASMSA calling out No Vision River. Mid lane calling out they're missing. Yep. Yeah, that hurts when you can't see and you don't know what's going on in that river and you don't see anybody. They know they're in the pit there.
Yeah, walking up the river whenever there's no vision is like watching a scary movie at like midnight. You don't even want to walk to your house. It's kind of that feeling. You just know something's waiting.
Yeah. ASMSA going to take this straight.
Just better positioning right there, guys.
Yeah.
Better vision and better positioning. So easy Drake take. Oh man, that LeBlanc, man. Of course.
What a battle here in the mid.
Yeah. Neither one of them giving an inch. Both of them trying to drag out as long as they can. And Vi comes in.
Vi comes in, helps clean that up.
Well, I don't think Vi even made it there quite in time. I think that was Orange pretty much got the solo kill there.
Was.
Going to go ahead and pop the ultimate.
Poppy breaking out the ultimate too.
Knock up.
Oh, does he have a flash?
Just got there just in time.
Just not enough damage.
Backing out.
Vi's going to come up and babysit just in case. So here at the 8.5 minute mark, everybody's pretty happy with just staying where they're at. 2-1 right now. Maybe a even gold lead, maybe slightly going toward Morrilton, but
we're not seeing the CS lead that we saw this late in the first game.
No, that's absolutely right. We're not. The discrepancy's not there. It's pretty even across the board right now.
Yeah. Gold even, kill count, edges towards ASMSA, and of course the Drake count.
Yeah, but this Jarvan, I think, is going to set up for something here, guys. He's kind of just checking things out. Sees Vi. I think they see Poppy. Yeah, there's pings coming out now. Now they know.
Yeah, something's here, something's missing, something's not right. Do you think they just sense it?
I think sometimes they probably can, man. Jinx is down here hammering away on this bottom tower too, Chuck.
Yeah, and that Jeets mechanic where they can switch the gun.
Yeah.
That's really neat how that can. She comes a tank buster. She can really hit those towers hard.
Well, they're jockeying here. We're going to see someone go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yep.
Blanc caught out again. Oh, there's
Ooh!
Jinx
Wow.
ultimate.
Nice Jinx ultimate. Well played. Straight up the river. Yeah, that was from down bottom, wasn't it?
Yes.
Can y'all hear our thunder?
Be spicy on the rift and might be a little spicy outside here in just a minute too, Chuck.
That's right. Mid tower taking some hits.
Yeah, it looks like this Jinx is going to build attack speed, and you get a Jinx that can attack you in like 10 hits a second. It can kill you in a hurry.
Yeah, Jinx has a fast attack anyways. ASMSA is playing a little bit aggressive. I mean, I did call that, guys.
I agree, but like you said, they're up 1-0, so they may feel like they can get away with a little more, or maybe they've felt this team out a little bit more.
That Ari has got some, she's 2-0-1, got some good CS going. It's got that early Leandre's pick. So that's a good mythic to start out with. So she's fixing to start laying down that good old suppression damage. She's going to start. Those Leandre's is so hard. That burn damage is tough.
That Pinglish coming out, checking vision, checking river, letting everybody know.
Got the dragon.
Yep, Drake just spawned, so let's see how this gets worked around. Jarvan's in the area, Vi's moving toward the pit, so yeah, we're going to see something magic here, guys.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Vengeance sitting in the
Jarvan
middle.
right in. Oh,
yeah, Vengeance ain't going to make it out of that. Oh, it does.
Yeah, with that Vi
until
ultimate.
the Vi ultimate comes out.
Good job.
Now they're going to catch
Look at the
Nautilus out here,
Jinx.
I believe.
What a great Jinx ult again. Golly.
Yeah.
This is kind of getting out of
Wow.
hand already, guys. Oh, and Ari picks up one in the mid. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Ari,
Yep.
good to go underneath that tower and let that tower do its job. That was unfortunate for Morrilton. They just overextended there.
Yeah, I think they were trying to collapse on them, and just the timing just wasn't quite there.
And
So this is going to give them another Drake. So 2 Drake lead.
4K gold lead at 12 minutes in or
Yeah.
13 minutes in. That's something we didn't see in the last game. ASMSA's looking to show dominance this game.
Yeah, they really are. Now the Jinx has her mythic online. Picked up the Kraken. Gosh, Poppy's building some damage, a little bit of defense, a little armor. So was the Vi. Both picked up a Sheen, which is I love that early item. Just kind of helps them get a little bit of a lead. I mean, 8-1, guys. That's pretty significant.
It is, especially like we just watched the game. We talked about the last game. We were this far in, and there's only 3-3.
Yes. Yeah, Morrilton needs to focus on getting an objective, getting a tower, something. They got to get something to give them a little bit of a boost here. Jarvan
Yeah, they really
trying to go
do.
by. Now we've got the ultimate coming out by the horn.
Well played.
Very well,
Well
played.
played.
Yeah, very well played.
They did get that Vi.
Very nice job there by Morrilton.
Yep, get what you can and get out, reset and just try to slowly whittle away at this lead a little bit. Tony, this Jinx is now 4-0 and it's really started to itemize quickly. Picked up, I think, what rune she got lethal tempo. So yeah, I think that attack speed is going to become a problem here in the next probably 5 minutes.
I agree. Jinx gonna be pumping out some serious damage. 4-0, got that bounty.
Moakai's ultimate comes out,
Yep.
gets the root.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Ouch!
it does.
Unfortunate.
And
there
here we see
for-
that damage pumping out, Chuck.
Wow!
Oh,
Into
and
the
another
Great
Jinx.
ultimate again.
Wow.
Uranium. I think that was a uranium tipped missile there.
I don't know if that may be the third or fourth ultimate that it's hit dead on.
It's at least the third. It was at least the third well-timed, well-executed ultimate.
Then Morrilton gets pressure on that mid lane there to answer back, though, Chuck.
Yeah, take the victory where you
Yeah,
can.
Yeah.
but our tank buster there got the tower in the bot.
Yeah, Kaisa and Nautilus are really not having a fun time right now. That Maokai is 0-6. I mean that's fantastic for that support role, and he's just helping feed this Jinx.
Yeah. Morrilton's going to have to really put in the work here. This is going to be a long game for Morrilton.
Man, we got another big fight right here, Chuck.
But a few of those fights going their way may make the difference.
Man, did they
Oh!
both make it out of there? I mean, if they do.
Oh, there. Flash didn't get the kill.
Yep.
Good job. You have to get that kill.
Yeah, you do. You needed to get both of them, but you definitely had to get one of them.
Well, instead of 8-1, it's 9-4.
Yep.
So they are whittling away at that lead. Like I said, it's going to be a long game for Morrilton. But if they keep doing that, that's what it's going to take.
I agree. They just need to be methodical about it. Take what they are given, and just keep whittling away, just like you said.
Yeah, an Ornn right there,
Whoa.
really smart.
Jinx.
Golly,
Wow.
this Jinx. Look at this, guys. And there's
You
I'd
better
hate
not.
to be that person. Yeah.
I was about to say you better not run straight away.
Yeah,
Jinx
I
is
mean-
about to be fed.
it's already happened, sir.
It is
She's
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, 6-0-0.
she's got Phantom
600
Dancers
go.
online right now, so oh boy.
And she got the attack speed boots too, so I mean that's
Yes.
even more attack speed on top of what she already had.
She's still carrying around 2 health pods.
Yeah.
At this point in the game, you might as well just pop them. I mean,
Wow.
Yeah, the Kai'Sa is just, not that far behind really. Like CS wise is not a problem, but that 6-0 kill lead is significant.
Oh, and I think this jungler's going to be in trouble here.
Nice, Nautilus pick up the Maokai, but they're going to get back on the Jarvan. That's a 1-for-1. Really trying to collapse on this Ornn now.
Yep.
Good ultimate by the Ornn. Good knock up.
hey,
He
Morrilton
wants-
gets to escape out. He's going to be able to make it back to base. Very close to dying there.
This LeBlanc's wanting a little more now. LeBlanc's not
they
done.
are. I think if I'm them, I just mop up that dragon.
And Poppy, though, Poppy going to get that top tower.
Yeah.
Dragon or
Yeah,
not,
she will.
Poppy's getting that top tower. There it goes.
Yep, too far down.
And they get the Drake.
Which is not good because, they need to fight this Drake. So that's going to give them 3. But there's nothing they can do. Just too
Nope.
late to the fight.
Nope. Vi with a very nice smite there, too.
Arkansas
Oh.
School of Math, Science, and Arts has definitely got good pace in this game. They're keeping the pressure all across the board.
Yeah, I think they realized pretty early that, hey, pressure's working, so let's just keep the, pedal to the metal here and just keep pushing these lanes. And it's like you said, it's working out like a champ.
I really thought this LeBlanc would give Ari some problems in the middle lane, but Ari has dealt with it magnificently, and it's just really not been. It's been a non-factor.
I agree. LeBlanc, the main advantage, of course, is movement, but Ari can answer it. So, it's kind of tough.
Said I'm loving both these junglers. You talked about them before the game, Wu Pal. They are both just staying on their rhythm.
Yeah, you just never know where they're going to wind up at, and they're always, if someone has to leave lane, they're covering lane. If there's somewhere to gank, they're going to be there. It's just, their movement and their presence of the map is incredible.
Yeah, I've always said that, you've got a really good jungler or a great jungler when he always seems to be at the right place at the right time. And
Just
Jinx
missed
just
that
misses. Oh, I might have got a little greedy there, Chuck, but tried it anyway. Oh, and the ultimate by Ornn coming out here too, Chuck.
It's ultimate by Jarvan as well, so it's a trade right now. Ooh, that burn damage may end up getting them.
Ooh, Nautilus trying to come here and help.
What a fight.
Bust out the ultimate by the Nautilus too.
Just when you think one's taking the advantage.
Wow,
Good job
Poppy
by the
sneaks
Poppy.
in there. Yeah.
Ornn's going to go down too. That last second ignite.
Wow. That is some excellent gameplay.
Yeah, it is. I mean, 3 for 1. I mean, that's... Morrilton kind of had the upper hand there for a little bit, but that Poppy coming in really made the difference.
Yeah, and both these teams, you just think one of them has a decent advantage, and you think it's going one way, and then it just swings right back the other way. I mean, they're both just so mechanically sound.
Absolutely, they really are. This Poppy is fixing to be even harder to kill. Looks like she just picked up the dead man's. So, Ari, has already got the Leandries, got bat boots, got sword shoes, got Shadow Flame now. It's kind of one of those problems to where, this 6,000-ish, a little over maybe, is the gold lead is pretty tough.
Yeah.
Math is hard for
and
me.
We're going to have the Rift Herald coming out here, too, so they're really going to try to gut this mid right now.
It's clear you didn't go to Arkansas School of Math, Science, and Arts.
Yeah, no, sir. That would have been one of those big reject stamps right on the paperwork. They're going to want to get this Herald into the next tower, too, guys. And it's going to happen.
There it goes. It's going to get a good hit. And it's so hard on those middle towers. If you get it in there, man, it packs a wallet.
Well, the thing is, Chuck, with that push, they just basically got 2 towers right there. I mean, they didn't quite get the second one, but it's so low that,
you'll be able to dive that and hit that and hib and not even really notice that. Ooh, ASMSA on the Baron Nashor. They are going to have to fight this. If I'm Morrilton, I have to jump in on this.
They've got to try. They really do. This may be the one opportunity they have to try to pick something off.
I agree. And man,
but I don't know if they can do it, guys. I don't know if they
can. ASMSA
if they do or if they don't, they have to try.
Okay, good job by Ornn. Ari picks up LeBlanc yet again, but golly, it's back and forth, guys.
Now it could be a bad deal. It could be a bad deal now.
Yeah, this Jarvan is. Oh man, I think he ran right back into.
Oh
my gosh,
he did it!
And he got the Baron.
He did it.
Yes, he did. He got the Baron, Whoop Owl.
Oh,
that's
another incredible play. They had to do something, and they capitalized on that.
Yeah, Poppy, I think, is going to end up cleaning this up, though. Oh, my gosh. What a flash. Gosh, Poppy was saying, you are not getting away from me. You're going to steal our Baron, I'm going to at least get all of you that I can.
Yeah, you're not going to get any out of it. But I think if they didn't get that kill at the end, they didn't get that steal, it was lights out.
I agree. That was a have-to play.
Yeah, that Jarvan play right there, got a kill and the Baron. That was really heads up play. That kind of saved the game, honestly. You're right, Strano, because if they get the Baron right there, middle's already pushed out. I mean,
they will get this dragon. They do get the 4th dragon.
Yeah, and that's Ocean Soul, and that's tough, man. That little extra healing and stuff. That's going to be tough to combat.
Yeah, Morrilton's just waiting on these waves to come down right now. They should be able to get another decent push out of this. I really like them invading the jungle here. That's 1,000 IQ move. Don't let Jarvan farm.
Well, and they also know that the mid lane's pushed out so far that somebody has to kind of stay in the area to make sure that minions don't push in. So, that vision. Here we go again. ASMSA's got vision control. And you guys can see the control wards on the map right there. They know where everybody's coming and going in that jungle.
Oh yeah.
First game ever is Poppy. Well, that was an excellent game so far with Poppy.
Yep, they're going to mop up this tower here. And they get the mid, too, at the same time, guys. I mean, that's just excellent pressure across that whole front.
Transfixed, yes. You're an excellent top laner, Transfixed. That is for sure. You do your part. Oh, wow.
Look at that ultimate there by Maokai.
Geico can save you. Uranium tip bullets.
Here comes another Jinx ultimate.
Ooh, just split them, man.
Yeah, I did.
Ooh, he does not get out of that.
No, and I think this might be GG right here, Chuck.
Yeah, it's got to be. There's just not enough left alive.
Does anybody know what this sets us up for the bracket? Where are we at on the brackets there, Woo Pal? I know you're competitive. You're keeping up with it.
Well, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Good. That's what I was hoping. I didn't want to have to hear you gloat for another 6 months.
Hey.
No, I don't want to have to hear it.
Shut it.
Excellent job here, ASMSA, doing what they can to shut down Morrilton. Morrilton was the favorite coming into this game, but, at this level of competition, you can't go anything by that.
No, they're not going to give it up either, guys. But there's just too much damage. There's too much damage.
There's a lot of damage, but that damage is hitting that in Nexus, too.
Yeah, it is. That Vi's like, I'm just going to go straight for this thing. Y'all keep them busy. I'm just going to keep punching this thing.
Yeah. There, I'm going to switch. I'm going to rotate.
Yep. Yeah, that's ball game, guys.
There's game.
That is a well-played series.
Very, very nice by both teams. Congratulations to Coach Chris Martinez down there at ASMSA. He has a very young, very well-disciplined, very good team. So does Morrilton, though. Not taking anything away from them at all. Morrilton right here close to us, and I love seeing them in esports. They have a very excellent team as well.
Yeah, they do. And like you said earlier, if I'm Wynne, if I'm Delta Swarm, I'm looking at this game going, phew, I need to make sure I'm planning ahead for this this ASMSA team because they are very strong.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure if we have access to either one of these coaches, but love to get them in here if we do.
I know Coach Chris. I believe he's in there. He spoke with us before, so I think he would have. So, but either way, Chuck, this final push into the championship, that's going to be it's going to be some excellent.
Yeah, we've got Wynne versus
ASMSA,
and then on the other side of the bracket, we've got White County Central, which has fought tooth and nail to get in here, to get into these top 4 games. They were here, and then of course the Mavericks. Can White County Central, can the Tibbers take over the Mavericks?
Like I said, we may have to sedate Chuck for that match because this is going to be his Tibbers going against his fan club.
Yes.
How
Turtle.
torn will he be?
AG Turtle.
Yeah, the 5th Ninja Turtle or Tibbers.
Yep.
Golly.
Yeah. AG Turtle or Tibbers. That's going to be a tough one. Have we decided between the three of us what we're going to stream next? Are we going to be streaming? It's a tough call. I like to see White County Central. Mavericks, we're going to see in the finals. It may be our only chance to stream Mavericks. But then we've got Wynne, and I really would like to showcase Wynne. They've had a rough year, and So it's kind of a tough one.
Hey, yeah, Coach Jerry Harvey down there, give a shout out to him, man. They've kept playing through all this, so really, really appreciate
right.
him. We did a
Absolutely.
Jackets program where we sent a whole van load of stuff down to Wynne just from our school alone, and so, like I said, really thinking a lot about Jerry. Like I said, he's a great guy down there, great coach. So just tickled to death that they're in this mix for this playoff here and for this championship.
Yeah, like I said, I hope this gives them something to celebrate. I hope that some of the community can rally around the fact that there's still some good left, and these kids are proving it every day as they play one of the toughest games ever designed.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand, man. If you've never played League of Legends before, then you've never been mad. You've never been truly mad in your life.
No.
So, this is such a tough game to play, and these young men and women are just super incredible. Like you guys said, hats off to both teams, Morrilton, ASMSA, but they're moving on, boys. We got top 4 now.
All right, we'll decide what we're going to stream. Get with me tonight. Let's figure out what we're going to stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last game of the season, of the school year, until the final.
Yep.
Thank y'all. Thank everybody for watching.